Hello there, and welcome back to Britain. Today I'm going to be reviewing Hasbro's The Black Series Darth Vader action figure from the Empire Strikes Back series. So without further ado, let's get started. Here we have Darth Vader in this box. First, I wanted to look at the front where it just says Darth Vader and a bunch of letters and numbers under it, which I've never noticed till now. Next, we're going to look at the left side where we have this blue and gray gradient design. And it looks amazing. Darth Vader looks really good with the blue, although it would have been nice to make this series red as Darth Vader's lightsaber is red. Though I'm not complaining. For some reason, I feel like the bottom of these designs is a bit more cartoony than the top, and I like it. It looks as if it's turning from cartoony to realistic, which looks really nice. Then we have the words Darth Vader under in matte black right there. Now on the opposite side, it's just a black box with a medium blue line. It's a really nice contrast. The blue line continues through the front of the box where it says Star Wars The Empire Strikes Back. Then it stops on the right side of the box. Right there, you can't see it anymore. Now we're going to look at the back of the box. And the blue line yet again continues to the back of the box, and it says the numbers 01, which means this is the first action figure of this series. And I believe there are 3, but I might be wrong, so please excuse me if I am. Now we're going to look on the top right corner of the back, which is the same design from the left of the box, and it looks very nice. And on the top left, right there, it says it has the Star Wars logo and the Black Series right under it. And then it says Darth Vader right under that. And under all that, it has this Darth Vader's description, where it says, after the destruction of the Death Star, Darth Vader became obsessed with finding Luke Skywalker. He had dispatched probe droids across the galaxy, finally locating the rebel base on the remote ice planet Hoth. Then the other descriptions are in different languages. If you want to read those, you can pause the video right here. The last thing I wanted to talk about is that this blue line has the number 01, which we already talked about. So there it is again, and on the very bottom of the back, it has a bunch of warning labels and like small pieces, don't eat them or anything like that, and a bunch of different languages, and it's made by Hasbro and Disney and China apparently. And that's all I wanted to talk about in this box. With that out of the way, let's look inside the box. I'm back with Darth Vader. Firstly, I wanted to talk about the sculpt and the paint job. So, the sculpt on Darth Vader's helmet is looking amazing. The mouthpiece right there looks so good, and I love the little lines sticking out inside that triangular piece right there. Such good detail. I also like the small dots near the chin right under there. The shape of just the mouthpiece is crazy good. And now the eyepiece near the top right there looks really nice, and I like that they used the dark gray glossy paint for the front piece of the helmet. Now the tippity top of the helmet looks like it's matte black, and it has some glossy paint over it. It looks like it might have some fingerprint dust over it, I'm not sure. The only issue I have with the helmet area is that we can't take off the helmet and just have Darth Vader's white head like in the movies, but technically that isn't for this movie, I believe, so it's not really a big deal. Now I want to look at the torso, which has such amazing details, like the little buttons and the belt. I love that on this top box right here It has white and red switches. At least that's what they look like to me. We got some silver gray paint near the edges of the top box on the left and the right. Moving down to the belt, we have some more what looks like buttons and switches, the green buttons and red buttons. And we also have this silvery gray button right in the middle of his belt, which looks pretty nice. I don't really know what it is, but I'm not complaining. It looks pretty cool. Moving to his arms, we have some detailed lines on the top of the arms right there, and his arms seem to be painted with a dark gray paint right there, and it's a really good paint application right there. Now, Mr. Vader's legs are very detailed with some more texture on it. There's lines that go all the way down to the knees where there are shin guards, which have a really nice sculpt and is glued onto the legs. The legs have a nice black paint application right there. And moving to the feet, right down there, it's a nice sculpt and it's painted perfectly. Not much to say about the feet, to be honest. Now let's go back up to Darth Vader's neck piece, because I forgot to talk about it. I really like the gray and black paint on the columns right there. It's like black, gray, like you can see right there. And let's go to Darth Vader's hands, which I forgot also to talk about. Now his left hand is a force choke pose right there. It's when he's like force choking somebody, and it looks very nice. It just adds to the action figure, and I'm glad Hasbro did that. His other hand is a holding position for his lightsaber, which is perfect. Hasbro did a good job with this figure's design. It's time to get to the tricky part of this video, finding out which joints are which. Now I have no idea what type of joints there are. The most memorable ones I know are the butterfly joint, the ball joint, and the hinge joint. So please excuse me if I'm wrong at any point of this section, and please feel free to correct me in the comments. Now let's start with the head. So it seems that this head is on a ball joint and it can't really look up as much. Same goes for looking down as well. The reason for this is that the design of the helmet and the neck piece is blocking it from going any further. It can look left and right. There's no problem with that. Now it can't really tilt left or right either because of the design of the neck piece as well. Now let's move on to the arms. The arms are... It seems that the arms are on butterfly joints. They can go up and down, like what is happening right now. It can go all the way around too, like all the way around. It's doing that. And they can actually go all the way around. They can go in and out. So like out, the whole arm. Okay, apparently the arm, the little piece on his elbow or his shoulder, is blocking it from doing that, so we can't really go up. But his elbow can do that. It can go all the way up at a 90 degree, and it can't really, but it can also swivel left and right. It can swivel left and right, like so. And now his wrist can also swivel all the way around, like seen here. It's kind of tricky because the whole elbow likes to swivel too, but the wrist can swivel as seen. Now let's move on down to the waist. So the waist is kind of tricky to see because it's covered by the cape right there, but the waist like the torso piece can go left and right, like so. And it is a diaphragm joint, I believe, and it can turn left and right as seen, and it can kind of go down. So if you want to make Darth Vader look down or up, you can make him do that, and it looks like he's kind of looking down. And it also, I believe, it can tilt left and right a little bit. Maybe it can do a lot. Yeah, it can do a lot more than the head, which is nice to know. Now, let's move on down to his top half of his leg. I forgot what they're called. but they can go up all the way at a perfectly 90-degree angle. Well, not perfect 90-degree, but it can also go back, kind of. Not straight, but it can go back at least. Now, the shin part of the ankle, I believe, down there is on an ankle rocker. The feet is on an ankle rocker, so you can make that go up. And the ankle down there, the feet can go up and down, and it can also like turn left and right if you want to make it do that. Like see, it can go left and right. Now, it's kind of tricky to make it turn around, but you can do it a little bit. So now we're done with the rest of the articulation part of this video. It's a bit tricky to do this because like I don't really know what types of joints there are, but I think I did pretty good. If I missed any kinds of body parts or joints, which I don't think I did, then please comment down below. But now, the next section we are going to do are the accessories, which in this case is only one accessory. I'm back here with Darth Vader's lightsaber, and I also forgot to talk about his cape too, so we'll talk about that as well. Firstly, the cape. Darth Vader's cape is made out of a soft fabric, which feels really nice, and I'm glad it's not made out of plastic, to be honest, because if it was, you wouldn't be able to move it around, and it wouldn't look as good as fabric. Now, that's all I have to say about the cape. It looks pretty nice. There's not much to say about it. Right color choice, right everything. Now, let's talk about Darth Vader's accessory, which is the lightsaber. The red piece looks what it's supposed to look like, red and transparent. So you can actually take off the transparent red piece and just have the hilt right there. And if you look closely on the hilt, you can see the little button. It's like a golden button. I'm assuming that's the button that you can press to activate the lightsaber in the movies. And the small loop right there, that little loop right there on the top is silver painted. And it looks really nice with the metallic paint. And the loop that actually can go on the left side of Darth Vader's belt, where there's a little hook for it to go on. So we're going to show you how to do that. So basically you pick up Darth Vader and you look on the left of his belt, and the little hook should be right there, and bam, you can just have him have the lightsaber in his belt, which is way better than having a peg just right there, because it looks more realistic. It looks like it can actually be like that. So I'm very happy that they did that. And now I'm gonna cut to Darth Vader with his lightsaber in his hand. So we have the lightsaber in his hand, which looks awesome. I really like how good it looks in his hand, and it's kind of tricky for the lightsaber to go in his right hand. Other than that, that's everything I have to say about the accessory. But like, look how cool that looks. I really like the design. I'm glad they made it like this, and it's very cool. I would have liked having interchangeable hands, but I'm glad Hasbro even made this. We reviewed Darth Vader, and I personally think he is worth the $19.99 United States dollars and $19.99 pounds that he is. Retail price, obviously. Although I kind of wish he had a second pair of hands, but it's okay. My final score for the Black Series Darth Vader from The Empire Strikes Back is a 23 out of 25 points, or a 92%. A point was taken off because the head can't look down or up as much as I would have liked. Another point was taken off because it wouldn't have had hurt to add a second pair of hands. All in all, this action figure is amazing. If you have $20 running around and want to buy a Star Wars action figure, go buy this. Although it's not in stock at Hasbro Pulse at the moment, so you might have to spend a bit more. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel with the notifications bell on to be notified when I upload a video every other Friday. Goodbye!